Hello, welcome to this video. And in this video we are going to do this question here that says three variables p, q and r are such that p varies directly as q and inversely as the square of r. When p is 18, q is equals to 24 and r is equals to 4. Find p when q is equals to 30 and r is equals to 10. 3 marks. We also have this part here. Express q in terms of p and r, 2 marks. And then C, if p is increased by 20% and r is decreased by 10%, write a simplified expression for the change in q in terms of p and r, that is 2 marks. And then last 3, the percentage change in q, 3 marks. So that is what we are going to do, and it is a 10 marks question. And we are going to start from here. Three variables p, q and r are such that p varies directly as q. So we are saying p varies directly as q and inversely as the square of r. So and inversely as the square of r. And therefore, if we introduce an equal sign at this point, it will be p is equals to, if you introduce as an equal sign, you introduce a constant k or any other constant. You can use any other letter. You can use c or even j, u, any letter to represent a constant over, so k, q over r squared. Now, we need to find the value of the constant k for us to be able to write this expression properly. Remember, this k is a constant, and therefore we go to the next sentence. When p is 18, q is equals to 24 and r is equals to 4. Therefore, we can substitute these values here inside this equation here, or this expression here, and we are saying 18 is equals to p is equals to k then times q, which is 24, over r squared, that is 4 squared. Now we can write this expression as 18 is equals to 24k over 16. Now we can multiply this side by 16 and this side by 16. These will cancel out and we are left with 18 times 16 is equals to 24k. Now 18 times 16 is 288. So it will be 288 is equals to 24k. Now remember, we are looking for the value of k, which is a constant. So we divide this side by 24 and this side by 24. By 24 1 by 24 1 by 24 1 by 24 12. And therefore the value of k will be equal to 12. And therefore we can write this expression here when we have the constant as p is equals to 12, that is the constant k, multiplied by q over r squared. And this is our expression. Now, using this expression now, remember you have been told find p when q is 30 and r is 10. And therefore we can come here and say p is equals to 12 times q, which is 30, over r, which is 10. So 10 squared. And therefore this one will be 360 over 100. And if you divide 360 by 100, it will be, this 0 and 0 cancels out, and then 36 divided by 10 will be equal to 3.6. So this is the value of p. And therefore with that, now you can be able to get 1 mark here, another mark here. Those are 2 marks. and lastly you can get another mark there. Now let's go to move to the next one. Number B, express Q in terms of P and R. Remember we have said that P is equals to 12Q over R squared. Now we are making Q the subject of the formula because we have been told express Q in terms of P and R. And therefore, we shall multiply this side by R squared and this side by R squared. And this one will cancel out and we are left with PR squared is equals to 12Q. Now we divide by 12 here and 12 here, by 12 1 by 12 1, and Q, or we can say PR squared over 12 is equals to Q. And therefore Q is equals to PR squared over 12. And therefore you get marks like that. Now we have this C. If P is increased by 20% and R is increased by 10%, write a simplified expression for the change in Q in terms of P and R. Remember we have said that Q is equals to PR squared over 12. That is from here. And therefore, we have been told that P was increased by 20%. Remember, we are increasing P from 100%. It was initially 100%. And therefore, if we increase from 100%, it will be 120%. And therefore, it will be, you just need to, if it increases, it becomes 120. If it decreases, it becomes 80. Out of 100, you remove 20. But when it increases, you add 20. Yeah? And therefore, it will be, now Q is equals to 120 over 100 P. So remember it has increased. Then multiplied by R. R has decreased by 10%. So remember initially it was 10%, 100%. So if it decreases, it goes back to 90%. So you remove 10 from 100. And therefore it will be, we will have 90 over 100, then R into bracket squared, then over 12. That's how we do it. And therefore this will be our new Q. This, remember this one was our original, all representing origin. This is our new Q. And therefore our new Q will be equal to 1.2, because 120 divided by 100, it will be 1.2, because this one will cancel with this 0, and then this 10 will make this decimal to move to that point, and therefore it will be 1.2p multiplied by, now this one will be 0.9 r squared, then over 12. Now this one, if I simplify it, to be our new Q will be equal to, now it will be 1.2 times 0.9 squared. So it will be 0.972 over 12 p r squared. Now if you do with your calculator, you can be able to see to get 0.972. You multiply 1.2 times 0.9 squared, because it is squared at this point, and therefore this is our new Q. Now let's move to the next one, the percentage change in Q. Now to get the percentage change in Q, what we know is that percentage change is always given by Q new minus Q original over Q original multiplied by 100. And therefore we have our Q new, which we have gotten here, Q new is 0.972 over 12 PR squared. So it will be 0.972 PR squared over 12 minus Q original. Q original, this is our Q original. It will be PR squared over 12. PR squared over 12. Then divided by Q original, which will be PR squared over 12. Then times 100. Now with that we can factor out. Remember, PR squared is common to this term and this term here over 12, and therefore we can factor out PR squared over 12. Then here we'll be left with 0.972, and this one, and at this point will be 1. Then over PR squared over 12, then times 100. Now, because this one is the same as this, they will cancel out, and we are left with 0.972 minus 1, then times 100. And therefore, this one will be 0.972 minus 1 is equivalent to negative 0.028, then times 100. This one will be equivalent to negative 2.8%. And therefore, if you obtain your answer as negative, that means it is decreasing. So that means the value of Q is decreasing by 2.8%. So that is our answer, and you just need to get these are 3 marks, and therefore you will get 1 here, another one here, and another one there. Also this was 2 marks, so you get 1 mark here, another mark there. So thank you for watching.